Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who's the blessedest of them all? It's the cat that called Phetote. Man, don't act like you don't know me. Mirror, mirror, can't you see his flaws and all he cannot be? No, I see reflections of the blessings that I'm gonna be. If it so pleases you, may I please just have a moment to be pleased with me? Not to be egotistical or braggadocious, it's just that my happiness comes in spurts these days, so I have to brag in doses. See, I've been diagnosed by a couple of Dr. Douchebags with you ain't gonna be nothing itis. I've even been told to keep my hands in my pocket, cause everything that I touch turns to crap like I'm the anti-Midas. And I was only 5. And I really liked 5, because everybody in my class was still around the same size, and the Napoleon complex didn't come into effect whenever I flexed my right to speak my mind. We were all still colorblind and blissfully naive, and prejudice and discrimination were just big words that we overheard grown folk repeating, and I still had a shot at being anything I want, even tall, dark, and handsome, and my hairline wasn't receding. Nowadays, I'm short, I'm light-skinned, and I'm all right, and with an invisible hairline, and prejudice and discrimination have been indubitably defined as not being tall enough to be taken seriously, and being the wrong race at the wrong time. If looks could kill, the "here we go again" on some of y'all's faces would burn a hole in my glass of optimism and drain me dry. Can you tell by the paper cut on my finger that I almost died last night? As I held the gun tightly to my temple, I heard a knock, knock, knock at the door, and I ignored it. Knock, knock, knock. Go away, I said. Knock, knock, knock. What do you want?
We just wanted to thank you for being our daddy and to tell you that we love you.
I dropped a 44 to the floor, and tears began to pour as I replied to my reasons to live on the other end of the door. I love y'all too. I got the paper cut from ripping up the suicide note. It was when I went to the restroom to tend to my finger and wash the shame and woe from my face that I looked into the mirror and saw reflections of superficial imperfections that seemed to make it easier for my exes to sever our so-called soul-tie connections. I reckon hard times with the starving artist are even harder when the artist is hard to look at. You know what? Bump that. I'll have my own back. So if everything that I touch turns to feces, and let me, loving on me, make Phetote the this is not an ego trip. This is a permanent vacation from self-hatred. But why is it as soon as someone says something positive about themselves, the corners of a hater's mouth contort and their faces get all distorted as if you said something negative about them? I don't feel like I'm better than you. I just feel better than I used to. And if you don't like it, you can get in line along with the rest of the Dr. Douchebag. Pucker up and kiss my happy ass, cause I will not dim my glow just to let your punk ass shine. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blessedest of them all? It's the cat that coffee told him. Man, don't act like you don't know me. An old fart and 1,000 sentiments, written by Phetote Mshairi, published by New Greenwood LLC, sponsored by Tulsa Artist Fellowship. How do you turn this contraption off? These things these days, I tell you what.